woman beg, and I make a good woman steal. I make an old woman blush, and I make a young girl squeal. I wanna be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone. Bad, 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 bad to the bone. Kings and queens step aside. Every woman I meet, they all stay satisfied. I wanna tell you, pretty baby, what I see I'll make my own. And I'm here to tell you, honey, that I'm bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad. 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 Woo! Bad to the bone.
Welcome. We gather here today as family and friends to support each other with our love and understanding as we mourn the loss of Donald David Taylor. We're also joined by those on our live streaming who I know send their good thoughts and prayers to you in this time of need. There are no words to describe what you're feeling at this time, and no comfort that can be given to take away the pain of losing a loved one. Each of our pain is different, so we must allow each other to grieve in our own way. During this time of reflection, don't be afraid to laugh, and don't be afraid to cry. This is a safe place for all of us to honor and grieve Donny's memory. One way of honoring Donny, of course, and his memory is to have his motorcycle up here, front and center. Plus, throughout our time here today, we will remember Donny as we share stories, share some music, and share some visual images that were important to him and to his family. To help us center our thoughts and prayers on Donny, I would ask that China Cannon come forward to share the song Rise Up with us.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. Now rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll bring the world to its feet and move mountains. Bring it to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. We will rise, we will rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again. We'll rise up, high like the waves.
Thank you so much, China. That was beautiful. And Carrie was singing with you the whole time. This song was shared at Donny's mom's service, and the words like rising up and having each other being really important about battling against adversity, especially the health issues that your mom dealt with, and especially Don dealt with over these last years. We celebrate all that they did in their lives, and today we gather to celebrate Donny's life and all that he meant to us. A life that started in the middle of October 1972 when Donny was born to parents David and Carol. And I have to put this out there for Carrie. She is the younger sister to Donny. We have to make sure that everybody knows that. Carrie remembers her and Donny growing up together with their cousins Tammy and Jeff in Calgary, and all the fun that they used to have together, like running off to the river when they were told not to run off to the river or go near it. Now, to give us a little bit better insight into those years and the years they spent together, I'd like to call Jeff forward to share a tribute to his cousin.
Well, I've never done this before, so, and, well, I didn't think I would be doing this, because I'm the oldest and it should be where he is. Through my life, I've learned that we should not take life for granted. I've been to a lot of funerals myself, and we all need to take more pictures and photos and get them into albums, not on your phone or computers. We also forgive those and have no regrets. I don't know how to start this. I have a few stories to tell from my family. We had many personalities. He was humorous, thoughtful, generous, friendly, honest, creative, passionate, sincere, loyal, kind, and very kind, caring man for who he cared for, who he cared about. He was also a jokester, and he has a very funny, dirty humor, and was always with his stickers and magnets and posters. Definitely had to understand his language by taking out all the curse words to understand him. LOL. He sure liked to play with his teeth and make funny faces to the kids. Ooh, the kids would say, but they loved it. LOL. He liked his gadgets and stuff. He collected everything, but if someone needed something, from me, he would say if there was a deal on, he would buy two at least and give another one away. I sure wish he had found a good deal on Harleys. LOL. He would always be there to help, whether he was lending, giving, or over to do work for someone. He was always very smart and big-hearted and such a fun friend, cousin, uncle, and dad. Everyone loved going into his house. He had all the goodies and set up the video games, movies, and computers. He was a sweet man, funny, and total badass. He was always taking the kids out on motorbikes. He would take Brandy to work and pick her up. He was always supportive to the motorbike club, especially the toy run, which he would have been there today. Maybe someone might like to come up and describe Donny on their cruises. I know that he felt and he wanted kids so bad, and when he finally had his sweet baby, Rosie, he became one of the best dads ever. There was nothing that would he wouldn't do anything he'd do everything for Rosie. Rosie was his entire world. He would find him driving to Calgary in Red Deer, rain or shine. Whether it was the back seat, she was the queen with all the goodies, games, and movies. One of the things he seemed to do is always injure himself when we were out. My sister and him went for a hike, and therefore he slipped on some rocks and gashed his knees. He hobbled out of 13 kilometers with a shirt on as a bandage. Or he took him, and I was fishing with him in the winter, and his leg fell through the ice. We had to start a fire because it was frozen. And we had to make fire to get him out of Jackson's Valley. Another time that he drank the water from the creek and he had beaver fever for a week. Our childhood was one of the awesome childhoods. Our cousins every weekend sat and watched cartoons, bowled, played outside, and Donny and I would wear our vests, cruising on our pedal bikes like we had Harleys with our cards and our spokes. We draw tattoos on our arms, and as we got older, we finally had motorbikes and was able to cruise together, even with our moms in the back. My heart is broken because I have my dad in your ashes, Donny, but it won't be the same. To cruise with a Harley together, I really had to go on and on and on with all this childhood stories. Well, after such amazing memories we had as a friend, cousin, uncle, and dad, etc., Donny is going to be greatly missed by so many people. This world won't be the same without him, but at least we know that he's healthy, happy, surrounded by his family and friends that he once missed too, until we meet again. God saw you getting tired, and a cure was not to be. So he put his arms around you and whispered, "Come to me." With tearful eyes, we watched you slowly slip away. Through we loved you dearly. We couldn't make you stay. Your golden heart has stopped and beating. Your tired hands put to rest. God broke our hearts to provide you that he is only taking the best. Thank you very much for all he's come.
Thank you so much, Jeff. What a great insight into Donny, and it's easy to see that you were just more than cousins. I think Carrie said you were brothers from another mother. Funny that you mentioned Donny was always getting injured. Carrie told a story about one time that Donny was being pushed on the swing. Donny apparently hit his head. Yeah, Jeff's going, oh yeah, I remember this. Donny hit his head on the knob of the swing and actually ripped his ear off. A trip to the hospital, of course, got the part of his ear sewn back on, but we know that throughout his life, Donny was just a little bit accident prone. Over the years, Donny moved from Calgary to Redcliffe and back again. Apparently, one of his favorite jobs was running a car wash in Calgary. He ran it like he built it. Donny took so much pride in fixing things there around the property, cleaning it and running it. He really enjoyed it. He said that was his favorite job. But he did work many jobs over the years, which included postal carrier. He ran the bait business with his dad, and he was really proud of getting his Class 1 in 2012 and driving truck after that. Now, we've mentioned many things that were important to him, and it begs mentioning again of how important Rosie was to Donny. In fact, family and friends remember him talking about her all of the time. And boy, he always had his phone out to show off all of the pictures of Rosie and all the things that they had done together. When Rosie was only months old, he was such a sweet dad. He started feeding her spoonfuls of his own Slurpee to her. And we know that he was always buying her toys. And speaking of toys, thanks to all that brought the donations out there for the Santa Claus Fund. That box is overflowing, so thank you. But regarding Rosie, we know that Donny, like you said, Jeff, tried to be the best dad he could be ever, and he was always taking her everywhere he went. Donny enjoyed spending time with his nieces and nephew. I know nephew Dylan used to help Donny out at the bait shop, and they were always fixing things together and going fishing. Enjoyed that. And another part of the family that was important to him, to Donny, was their animals. There was CJ the cat that came into the family for a while. Somehow CJ disappeared about the same time Sam the collie came into the family. And apparently, and you'll see it in the slideshow, Sam gave the greatest hugs ever. And there's a lot of them in the slideshow you'll see. And then there was Harley, the pit bull lab cross that would smile when you coaxed him to. Donny raised both of these dogs from when they were pups, and they were special to him as well. And moving on to the special people in his life, of course, were his friends. And I'd like to thank Gail for collecting a few stories from Donny's friends to share here. And they go like this. From Tara, Donny was taking me for my first bike ride, and I was so scared. To be on something without doors and protections was nuts to me. That day I had to admit 3 things. He was right about it being safe. I indeed did have fun. And again, he was right. That was one of the best days we had together. And through the ups and downs we had, I will always cherish and remember it, and how I overcame the fear, felt free wind in my hair, and the fresh air all around. From Jules. I've known Donny for most of my life. He's always been a sweet guy, always nice as pie, even when he was having a shitty day. I loved seeing him weekly at the gas station, always a big smile when he was filling up to go riding with his friends, and always had the biggest smile when he had his sweet Rosie, or when he was going to pick her up. From Carrie. Legend. That's all it says here, legend. From Gail. As many of you know, Donny had a bait business, and he offered to help Leroy work on the wiring on his bike in the garage. As we were working on the wiring one night, Donny said because he was helping Leroy with the bike, we would have to help him pack bait in the morning before continuing with the bike. We both said it was okay, sure thing. Gail, couldn't touch worms. So Donny stared at me, he laughed, and he called me Girly Gail. All because I couldn't touch the worms. I still can't touch worms to this day. Also from Gail, when Donny was in the hospital, he would take off his O2 sensor on his finger. So in order for Donny to keep it on, Rob Pape suggested that he put it on a certain finger on his hand. And that way he could, and if anybody asked, where's your light? He could show them. He lit up and he did it, and it became a game. Now, for all those people that know about this story, can you honor Donny and please show me your light? Thank you. And I was on the receiving end of that. Thanks so much, Carrie. From Leroy. There was a time when Donny and a few other friends wanted a place of their own. It was where we would all go to have a good time, to hang out and have fun. We would do things that our parents told us we should not do, like don't smoke, don't drink, and don't play with water and electricity. So, quite innocently, someone was cooking their food, and whether the other one was doing dishes or getting a glass of water, let's be honest, 3 young men living together, one of them was probably just pouring out a drink from the night before. they innocently touched and got quite somewhat of a shock. This then led to putting a fork on the burner and surprising the one who was at the sink with a shock. Now, we being young, we had to move it up from there just a little bit more, one more step, and we thought we should try more people. So we did. This soon led to a dozen half-cut young people holding hands and getting a shock that would make their hair stand on end. Not saying that this would lead us to become friends, but those that are willing to take a shock together stay lifelong friends. And they did. From Cajun, I remember being down at Donny's place helping my dad, Leroy and Donny working on the wiring of Dad's bike, and Mum Gail had brought home some maraschino cherry moonshine. When all was said and done, we thought it would be a great on ice cream, till Donny and I tasted the cherries. Nope. We said that tastes like lighter fluid, and they poured the whole jar out. Yuck. I'd like to thank Gail for collecting these stories and to all the people that shared your stories as well. Some of these memories, of course, mentioned Donny's love of biking, and as did Jeff, so let's build on that a little bit. When Donny bought this brand new 2012 Harley, I believe XL 1200, at Badlands Harley-Davidson, his whole family was with him to share in that purchase and take joy in all that happened. And everybody got to ride on the Harley with him that day. Sometimes, I know Leroy, when the weather wasn't the greatest, you kind of had to coax him out and to get out in the rain and ride a little bit. But he sure did enjoy the poker runs, the rides to Elkwater, to Irvine, to Calgary, and other destinations over the years. It was on Donny's last ride, this end of May, that Donny got a little embarrassed when he didn't put the kickstand down on his bike when he went to fuel up. And yes, you can imagine, he dumped it. Now remember we mentioned that he's a little accident prone. And I'm just wondering, I didn't get a good look at the bike, but did he patch it up with duct tape? Carrie said that she's going through her brother's stuff right now, and Donny seems that he can't be trusted with duct tape because everywhere she goes, duct tape is on everything. And that's alien tape. Yeah, we know that Donny showed his redneck style with the duct tape, and we won't even mention what happened when she discovered the alien tape, because there's a frog on a certain vehicle that is probably never coming off again. I know that Carrie did her best to teach her brother some manners, teaching him how to say please and thank you a little bit more in later years. Donny actually mouthed these words of thank you as he was watching from the hospital window as his friends did a drive-by that Gail had arranged. So thank you to all those. And from Donny, thank you. Just building on a couple of other things that have been mentioned, like how Donny was a bit of a jokester, who may not have had much of a filter. He may have been a little sarcastic, and he definitely liked to wind people up. Donny and Carrie seemed to have differing opinions about different topics, and I know that Ed would have to sometimes play referee to separate them. Even so, we know that Donny was sentimental. He was always on hand to answer a question about almost anything, and he was the kind of guy that would give you his shirt off his back if you needed it. And regarding his gadgets and his stuff, Carrie also mentioned that Donny liked to collect things, but she said it in a different way. She said Donny collected useful and useless things all the time. And it seemed that these things were stored in that yellow school bus of his that he converted into a camper. And this included some of the rifles that he found hidden under the seat of that yellow bus. And when he contacted the previous owner, they told him to keep the rifles. And maybe that's why he got his firearms acquisition certificate and restricted license, which he was also proud of. Now, I know we've talked about a lot of things, but there's so many other tidbits that we haven't mentioned about Donny, like how he was such a good artist, drawing when he was younger, how he liked to collect Hot Wheels, and he was into building models of old trucks and muscle cars. And of course, one of Donny's favorite sayings was, say it together, I'll think about it. Is there a patch with that on? Have we got the patches? Yeah, great. Now, with all that I've shared, I know that there's many stories to tell, and we haven't, and hopefully you'll share these with each other afterwards or in the days and weeks to come. Now, though, we have to share that we shared the verbal memories. Let us look back and think about it as we watch some visual images of him selected by family and friends. Accompanying these images are songs that have certain messages within them that are special to the families and friends, like Give Heaven Some Hell by Hardy, Never Not Remember You by Cooper Allen, Go Rest High on That Mountain by Vince Gill, and of course, See You Again by Charlie Puth and Wiz Khalifa.
Can't believe that you got me in a suit and tie. I had to take a pull so I wouldn't cry. You got a line out the church door saying goodbye. Yeah, I believe them when they say you're in a better place. You had a wild side, but you had amazing grace. I know you're way off up in them clouds, but if you could still hear me right now, I hope you hit those ghost streets on 2 wheels. I hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make them wonder how you got in. Hide your beer, hide your clear from the man upstairs. Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. I bet you're looking for a crew like we had. Bunch of noise making boys that like to live fast. Burning rubber in a parking lot. Man, I don't know if the other side's ready or not, but I hope you hit those ghost streets on 2 wheels. I hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make them wonder how you got in. Hide your beer, hide your clear from the man upstairs. Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. I was there when you raised your hand, heads bowed, singing just as I am. Walking that aisle, praying that prayer. Man, it ain't right, but if you gotta be there, I hope you hit those ghost streets on 2 wheels. Hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make them wonder how you got in. Hide your beer, hide your clear from the man upstairs. Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. Yeah, when you raise your hand, I'm singing just as I am. Man, it ain't right, man, it ain't fair. I'll see you again, but till then, give heaven some hell.
Well, I know you're up in heaven, but damn, it hurts like hell. 'Cause I'd just be pretending if I said anything else. And I know God don't make mistakes, but this sure feels like one. That won't change the facts, that won't bring you back. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, and smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, no matter where I go or what I do, I'll never not remember you. Thank God for all the memories and pictures on my phone. They don't fill the empty, but I feel less alone. And I know you're with the angels, right where you belong. 'Cause you were one to us, you left a legacy of love. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, and smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, no matter where I go or what I do, I'll never not remember you. You lighten up a whole room like that. You made us think, made us feel, made us all laugh. You always giving that shirt off your back. I miss you bad, I miss you bad. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, no matter where I go or what I do, I'll never not remember you. Oh, I promise you, I'll never not remember you.
Gathered round your grave to grieve. Wish I could see the angels' faces when they hear your sweet voice sing. So go rest high
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling stronger. What's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Donny Taylor will be missed, but he'll never truly be gone if he's remembered in your hearts and minds. So think of Donny, talk about him, and fondly remember those times that he touched your heart in some way. As I said earlier, stories about Donny are appreciated, so please share these with each other afterwards or in the days or weeks to come. The family would like to thank all of you for attending this celebration of Donny's life, either here in person or through our live stream. The family would like to invite you to join them with an informal procession to the Medicine Hat Exhibition and Stampede grounds, where they're going to drop off the donations that you made, that you brought here today for the Medicine Hat Santa Claus Fund Toy Run. And thanks to Leroy for putting this year's pin on Donny's best. The interment will take place at another time, so thank you for being here to celebrate Donny's life. And I'd like to offer up this prayer that was selected by Donny's friend Gail, as it'll be as much for you on your ride to the Stampede grounds as it is for Donny on his ride to another place. Biker angel, be my guide, as I climb upon my scoot to ride. Let your halo guide my way and keep me safe from harm today. Let your wings provide me wind and air and send it coursing through my hair. For me, a peaceful, sunny place, and let it shine upon my face. Keep the clouds and rain at bay, and keep me dry throughout the day. Watch over my brothers who ride with me, keep them safe and close to thee. Keep my wheels upon the ground, so all return here safe and sound. But should disaster be my fate, guide me through to heaven's gate. If I must join my fallen brethren, then please show me the way to biker heaven. Amen. As we leave from here, please say your own goodbyes for Donny and his family. And if you do go out the back, there's stickers on the back that are in honor of Donny. Pick those up. And we're going to exit to Slow Ride by Foghat. And we'll exit through the front of the chapel through these doors here to my right, so we can pass by Donny's bike, who will move outside, and you can give it a little throttle as you walk by, just to send Donny a message that our love won't stall for him. Thank you.
Slow ride.
Gotta